man, you guys, MGK, he's been talking about how he was going to go on this sabbatical, even though his girlfriend, Megan Fox, is pregnant with their baby. Turns out it might be a permanent sabbatical because it sounds like they might have broken up.
Yeah, it's not great. They were hanging out in Vail, Colorado together, where now allegedly Megan Fox found something on his phone that upset her. So they were supposed to hang out on this vacation for a while. But all of a sudden, Mr. I Gots to Go had to leave. And there's a lot of rumors about something was on this phone about an interaction he was having with somebody else that Megan Fox was not pumped about. Now, this is 2 weeks later from we had just 2 weeks ago that they were announced that she is pregnant with his child.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is a terrible look either way. Like, the fact that, so this is the top story on TMZ. It just came out, 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
Maybe that this happened, that they haven't now been together for about 2 weeks. One, we all had questions when he said he was going to take this break for his music. It just felt weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what guy is having a baby with the woman he loves, then is like, I'm going to leave though into a quiet space for a few weeks. I need that for my music. No.
That's not how it usually works.
No, bro. That's not.
Things to make. There's stuff to put up, stuff to buy. And I get it. They're celebrities. They don't really do a lot of their own stuff anyways. But you would think it just emotional support. But I will say this. If I was going to speculate, which I've decided at this moment it's my job.
Of course.
I would say that she's so secure in who she is. And he's somebody I feel like that might possibly be a personality type that maybe needs to be babied a little. So it would not shock me if somebody like him sought that kind of emotional support elsewhere. And I don't mean it's a good thing. I'm just saying when you step back and look at those two personality types, I could see him easily seeking that from another person.
I see what you're saying. She's just too secure and he just needs way more attention than that.
Sometimes I forget I'm on radio, but I aggressively was saying yes with my head.
Hand in hand gestures. Yeah.
Don't you just see her as because I remember she did an interview on Call Her Daddy where she was with Alex Cooper, and she was giving her scenarios. She said, now imagine, what would you say to a friend who went on a date with somebody who ghosted them and she's upset? And she goes, oh, I wouldn't be friends with that person. I wouldn't be friends with. She goes, imagine being upset over being ghosted after one date. She's so secure in who she is. And she's the type that probably doesn't need a lot of outwardly validation. And when you're somebody who doesn't need it, you don't always give it.
Right.
And he's somebody who I feel kind of likes being the baby and
needs attention.
And I'm projecting too, because I'm somebody who probably falls more in the Megan Fox category of what do you mean I have to tell you every day that you're a good artist? That would not work well for me. It just feels like that is the vibe.
What have the blinds been saying about them?
Well, I'll just say what I want to remind everybody about. This was called by Machine Gun Kelly himself, was called their relationship the darkest fairy tale. He said their entire relationship is filled with ecstasy and agony. It's this constant back and forth. It's how he described this to GQ 2 years ago. This is nothing new. We've done this game with them multiple times. And I feel like this is just the latest in a speed bump of, okay, this is now the agony portion.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to ecstasy here soon, especially before the child comes.
I will say this, Mike. I was hoping that this dynamic would change when he acknowledged that he had a drinking problem. Because remember, they were absolutely not together. And he was like, hey, I have to get sober. This is out of control.
Yep.
And all of a sudden she was back in the picture. So I was hoping maybe the roller coaster ride of that. And I'm not saying it's never just one person. Listen, we all know it takes two to tango in all aspects. But taking that one element out, I thought maybe they could have kind of a little bit of a less turbulent relationship.
What were the exact words that he used to describe the relationship?
In their article to GQ, it was the darkest fairy tale is what he called it. And then he said that the relationship, he described it in his own words as ecstasy and agony. And this is from, they started dating back in 2020. Of course, they got engaged, I think, officially 3 years later. It was last year, I think they got officially engaged. But they've been on again, off again. This is probably the fourth time.
I just want that in my vows. I get married again.
And it's not like fairy tales inherently aren't dark. So when you say it's the darkest version of
Yeah.
it,
Hansel and Gretel is
Yeah.
scary AF.
yeah, they're never that great.
They
So
stuff kids full of food so the witch can eat them. It's terrible.
it's not like ideal. So
It was February of 2023 when Megan Fox deleted everything that was Machine Gun Kelly on her social media. And again, to your point, that might have been when he was good, because it was early 2023 is I think when he was going through his sobriety and trying to work on that. And she eventually deactivated her account before returning.
Got it.
I wish them luck. I just, again, you can't help but like project. We've all met kind of a guy like him who feels like a little bit, just needs a little more than you're kind of used to. So I wish them luck. I am very excited for their child. It's always exciting in my mind to have a kiddo. So I hope he grows up.
Ooh, before she sings anymore, let's talk about Barry Keoghan. All right. Here's the latest drama. We know that he and Sabrina Carpenter broke up. They both, whether it was a publicationship or not, the facts are they're donezo, right? There's been a lot of speculation that they did because he was cheating on her with someone else, that she saw some messages, that things have been going on for a while. Fast forward, there's this influencer named Brecky Hill, who we just learned is from Edina, Minnesota.
Was a cheerleader in Edina.
What? Okay, before we get off on that tangent, Brecky Hill, it was rumored that she was the person that he had been seeing. Now, this woman did nothing to help herself. She posted a video on her TikTok with a screenshot of the little message from like OK Magazine, whatever publication that said like, rumors have it that Barry Keoghan broke up with Sabrina Carpenter over another girl. Then it's her dancing in the frame and saying, it's me, or it said like, found her. I mean, it's so clear she is pointing the finger directly at herself. She then said a couple of little funny, quirky things like feeling salty with this margarita. Barry Keoghan was in Saltburn. Like, I want a little more berry in this something else she was drinking. I mean, she went along with it. Okay, here we are now. His people said something to her because she has now gone on TikTok and said, to put it simply for you all, no, I did not get with Barry. I have never even encountered this man in my life. The only time I've seen him is on my TV screen watching Saltburn. She just went, backed it up. Okay, either she's an idiot because she said the truth or she's an idiot because she lied about it.
Well, it felt from day one, I was coming from a place of like opposite of doth do protest too much. It was like doth do willing to throw yourself. Yeah, like it felt so untrue. I mean, nobody in the history of ever who's been in one of these scandals steps out and says, oh, I hope you guys don't find out it's me.
But it's me.
This was just an opportunist moment. That's all it is. And we're going to see more of them. It's just, I got the attention. It's so annoying. And like, the thing is, Barry Keoghan had to come out and write a statement about this and was like, hey guys, I have a kid and this person, like my kiddo's going to see this growing up and like, let's just take a beat. Like I know my relationship was on display, but this is not okay.
Dang, it is messy.
Yeah.
Like, Brecky Hill, by the way, since you're from here, we're wearing green. Can you just call us? Let us know.
But
Speak
also,
your truth. We're here. We have a
real
microphone.
talk, I don't even want her on the show.
Oh, I want her on the show. You got something to say? I want to hear it.
I don't
I have
know.
follow-up
Some
questions.
people, and like maybe I fall in the category as well. Some people don't like, I don't need your anything.
Mike?
I will just say Barry has deleted his Instagram and his TikTok account after that big statement that he released. So he has basically said, I'm done hearing about how terrible of a father I'm in and how terrible of a man I am. I'm deleting social media.
I normally love an attention whore. As one myself, I can respect it. But somebody who's out there in these streets, no. And do better. You're from Edina. You're from Minnesota.
But hey, if you want to call in, I'll talk to you. 651-641-1071.
We'll give you Kendall's number. You guys can have a side conference.
Yes.